guys, welcome back to Russell Family Reactions. We're here tonight to check out some more epic and incredible music with you. The artist that we have on deck for tonight is going to be a new artist feature, which means I've never reacted to them before, don't know anything about them. All I know is they were requested by my subscribers, and my subscribers always put me onto incredible music. So I'm really excited to check this one out with you guys tonight. And this song was heavily requested in the comment section as well as over on Instagram through the DMs. And it is for the worldwide premiere tonight from Elizur Bar Kuperstein. The name of the song is The Last War. We're going to go straight into full screen mode for this worldwide premiere. But before we get started with this tonight, I would like to take this moment to welcome back all of my Israeli subscribers and followers. I would like to say Shalom and Russell Family Reactions. Let's get this.
אבא, תשמע, אוהב אותך, אתה בטח יודע, למרות כל מה שעברתי, תודה שאני לא משתגע. פסיכולוג שלי מדבר, ובאמת הוא מנסה, אבל אין לו דרך לעזור לי באמת. נראה לי התבגרתי קצת יותר מדי, במראה אני רואה רק חצי בן אדם. מביא חיבוק לאנשים, הם בוכים ונמסים, אבל אצלי הכל דפוק, הרגש מנותק. והתחושה הזו של המחנק, עוד מהטנדר שהבנתי שהכל נדפק, והדמעות עכשיו זולגות.
Absolutely deep and very emotional song, man. I did have several of you reach out and tell me that beforehand that this song is being performed by somebody that actually survived and has been since returned. That was a hostage during everything that happened in the absolute tragedy of the October 7th hostage and terror situation. It just makes those lyrics, man, because those lyrics are really deep. They're full of a lot of really deep and layered emotion. And you can tell that this is something that he's still trying to process. He's still trying to work through. And it's like he was saying in the lyrics, even his psychiatrist doesn't even understand everything. And it's hard for somebody to understand the kind of torment, the kind of pain, the kind of suffering that he's probably went through and actually had to experience firsthand with other people possibly being, taken out of this life in front of him, and the kind of emotional scars that leaves on a person. And he's so young to have to live through that incredibly horrific experience is just unfathomable. It goes beyond any kind of comprehension, because I can't even begin to imagine the kind of pain and suffering that he had to deal with. I know just from seeing all the videos and listening to like Yuval Raphael's testimony and everything, that was a traumatic event for the entire nation of Israel. And not just the people that were hostages, not just the people that were taken, not just the lives that were lost, but the entire country, the entire great nation of Israel has suffered because of those tragic events. And it has left deep scars. And scars that deep, that emotional, that traumatic take time to heal. And with him putting this song out, it's a way for him to move past it. It's a way for him to heal. It's a way for him to get some kind of sense of closure. And it's a way for him to get that emotion out, because I can imagine it was probably eating him up inside. And this is a great way for him to get it out through music, and also educate other people to the horrors and the tragedies that he's seen, and let people know that this happened. This is real. This happens on a daily basis in Israel. Y'all are constantly being bombarded by enemies that are surrounding you on all sides. And you are constantly having to defend yourself, not just in the battlefield, but in social media, in the public square, in the public domain, because people don't understand your struggle. People don't understand your pain. People don't understand your suffering. This isn't something that's just recent. Y'all have dealt with this in your entire existence on this planet. I like the fact that he's using his platform and using his music to help people move on, to help people to cope, to help people to heal. And that's really powerful and amazing. Let's get back into this.
אני רואה רק חצי בן אדם, מביא חיבוק לאנשים, הם בוכים ונמסים, אבל אצלי הכל דפוק, הרגש מנותק. והתחושה הזו של המחנק, עוד מעט טנדר שהבנתי שהכל נדפק, והדמעות עכשיו זולגות לי כשאני נזכר, הם לא ייקחו לי את החופש, אני לא נשבר, בלילות תמיד חלמתי על המשפחה, בבקרים שוב איתו לרצפה קרה, ולא כעסתי אף פעם הבאה, אל תשכח, אז עכשיו אני מתפלל שזאת תהיה המלחמה האחרונה שיעלה כל הכאב, אבא הספיק לנו, תביא כבר גאולה.
That's incredibly powerful, man. And I love the messaging in this. Even though he's been through so much, he's seen so much hell on this earth. He's experienced so much just absolute, just hurt and pain and suffering, and seen it on a scale that nobody else can imagine on this planet, that nobody else has had to experience, and had to live in fear of not only for yourself, but for everybody around you, for your entire family. Through all of that pain, through all of that suffering, through all of that hurt, he doesn't blame anybody. That's powerful, man. That's forgiveness on a scale that most people don't understand. People can't fathom that. And you can only have that kind of reassurance, that kind of peace, and that kind of forgiveness knowing God. You can only know that through him. He's the only one that can give you the peace that surpasses all understanding. And that's powerful, man. The fact that he's been through all of this hell on earth and still has it in his heart to forgive and not hold a grudge because he wants to move on. It's just really powerful messaging, man. It's very uplifting. Even though the song itself is very deep and layered, full of emotion, there's a lot of hope and there's a lot of promise in what he's saying too. And getting emotional, but I can't help it. Anytime it has anything to do with the great nation of Israel, with God's chosen people, and the suffering that you've had to deal with, and the pain that you've had to deal with, it just tears my heart out. It does. It leaves scars because it's painful. I hate seeing you guys have to go through that. I hate seeing God's chosen people have to go through that pain, that suffering, that hurt. But we all know a God, and we all serve a God that is more powerful and more mighty than anything on the face of this planet, that can overcome anything. He's done it countless times throughout every generation. He is constantly there. He is always there. He will always be there. He is your guiding light, and he will always have your back and always lift you up. You just have to submit to him and cry out to him. Let's get back into this, guys.
ולא, אני לא שכחתי את הרגעים של הטוב, איך שדיברנו ותמיד אתה היית קרוב, ואיך כל מה שביקשתי תמיד נתת הכל, עם איזה משהו מתוק או קצת יותר לאכול, לא שצעקתי בלילה, רק אל תעזוב אותי לבד, ואיזה רדיו ישן שהזהות לא יצפה משום מקום מוגדר.
ג'ולי, אם בר שומע אותך עכשיו, רוצה להגיד לו משהו?
אם אתה שומע זו אמא, רק אל תאבד את התקווה, אמא שלי דיברה בשידור, אני שמעתי אותך, דבר אליי.
I wasn't prepared for that part. I wasn't prepared for that part at all. That's powerful, man. The fact that he's mentioning and giving you the visuals of what he experienced when he was in captivity, that right there, in and of itself, minus the lyrics, he didn't even have to sing anything. Just seeing that, it hurts. It's so painful, man. Knowing that he went through all of that hell, knowing that he experienced all of that extreme hurt and pain and suffering, and he's still crying out to God the Father. That's just deep, man. That's deep and emotional, and just another incredible testimony from somebody that experienced that just absolutely and completely horrific event personally. That's beyond powerful, man. That's moving. I backed it up a little ways, you guys. Let's get back into this.
ג'ולי, אם בר שומע אותך עכשיו, את רוצה להגיד לו משהו?
אם אתה שומע זו אמא, רק אל תאבד את התקווה. אמא שלי דיברה בשידור, אני שמעתי אותך, דבר אליי. ילד שלי בלב, ילד אל תשכח אף פעם שאבא לא עוזב. אני מתפלל שזאת תהיה המלחמה האחרונה שיעלה כל הכאב. אבא הספיק לנו, תביא כבר גאולה.
אבא, אמנם עכשיו הרצפה כבר לא קרה, אבל אני כאן מחפש להבין מה המטרה. אתה יודע? איש פעם אמר לי שיש לי שליחות בעולם הזה. אולי זה להציל אנשים, אולי זה לאחד, אבל יש לי בקשה אחת. אם לקחת לי את האושר, תביא את הגאולה.
All of those lives lost over senseless violence, man. That's painful. That was an absolutely just powerful and moving performance from an incredible artist. I definitely want to react to more of his stuff. That was gripping, man. Everything about that. The fact that he included clips and reenactments from when he was in captivity, that was just jarring, man. And then seeing all the graves at the end, it hurt so bad. There was so many people lost their lives that didn't have to lose their lives. That's the thing about it. They didn't have to die. Thank you to everybody that requested that. That was absolutely powerful. And like I mentioned earlier, one, his voice is amazing. I don't know if I even talked about that earlier, and I'm sorry if I didn't, but it was just a really powerful performance from an incredible artist with an amazing voice. He had incredible range. I loved his vocal runs and everything sounded amazing. He sang with so much incredible emotion and he kept his composure throughout that entire performance. And I imagine that had to be very difficult because of what he lived through, because of what he experienced, the hell on earth that he experienced. That's a powerful testimony, just like Yuval Raphael. But that's going to do it for this one tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for checking this one out with us. And until next time, we will catch you on the flip side.